Special time of year, of course, it's winter. Time for things that are really heavy, but also since it could be around Valentine's Day, it's something a little bit decadent or a little bit hearty, and it's really going to touch you. I want to do a vegan dish actually today, using brown rice, also some white beans. I was going to use red lentils, but I'm using white beans, and that's going to make our complete protein with the beans and the brown rice. Also, we're going to put a little bit of soy cheese in the middle of it to sandwich it and make like a cake. Bake that, and then it's going to go with some nice red tomato sauce, and also some red red chard. I was thinking of another vegetable to go with this, but chard's great because it's a nice winter green. So, and it doesn't take that long to cook. So let's get started. We already have the brown rice cooked. I'm going to show you what to do. Alright, here we go. We have pre-cooked brown rice. This is basically 1.5 cups of pre-cooked brown rice. Now, there's so many types of brown rice you can get now. Of course, it's frozen, already cooked. You can use the quick serve or quick cook brown rice. It only takes about 15 minutes. There's a lot of varieties out there, really, to save you time. If you have a lot of brown rice on hand, you eat it every day, you don't have to worry about it. But this, to save people time, is either the frozen or the quick cooks are really going to save you. Next, I'm going to put my white beans in. Basically, about 1.5 cups of my white beans. I was going to use red lentils on this, but I had the white beans around, and they're easier to find canned than our red lentils. So those are in there, and we're going to start mashing and mixing together. And mashing and mixing. Make sure, of course, that your beans are well drained. So we'll keep mixing that up. Next, some pepper. Nice cracked pepper in there. Alright, now we have some salt. We'll put some salt in there too. Now, if you don't have a potato masher, I don't have one, I'm going to use a whisk. Use that whisk to keep mashing it up and get that nice texture to make our cake. So we're sitting there and mashing that up for about 2 minutes to get it nice and mixed up together. Once again, make sure that your beans have been really well dried and drained out before you put them in with your brown rice. There we go. Alright, real simple. I have my little beat up roasting pan. Spray that with my olive oil spray. Then I'm going to put the base. I'm going to make it like 2 nice cakes, kind of like a sandwich. They don't have to be perfect. We'll just spread them right out. That's about 4 inches in diameter, and that's about a 1/2 inch high. So 2 nice cakes. Don't make them too big, because we got to scoop them out. And that's it there. Next, we're going to put on our soy cheese. Soy mozzarella is what we're using. 1, and then 2. Then, just a little bit of our mixture on top again. Spread that around. You have to go crazy, just a nice little layer on top. On the other one as well. And that's going to be good. What's a lot of people don't know, of course if you're vegan you know that you're going to get a complete protein with our beans and our brown rice mixed together. So that's going to be the form of this nice entree meal. I'm going to get ready to put this in the oven. I didn't tell you before, the oven's been preheated 375. Alright, we got a great green and white rice mixture in the oven. I want to show you about this. This is really dark red chard. Now you can get it in white, green, yellow, what have you. This is really nice and red. This is great. Goes great with this time of year. Whatever color you can get, white, green, or red, doesn't matter. A great green, a lot of antioxidants in here, and it doesn't take that long to cook. So we're going to wash this out and then we're going to chop it up. Alright, what we're going to do in here is, you can take the stems off if you want and just get your leaves. This is really good. I got this today at the farmer's market. Excellent. But you can get chard pretty much any supermarket any time of year now. A lot of greens, of course, are seasonal in the wintertime, like kale and collards. You can get better in the wintertime, but a lot of times you get them all year round. But this is their peak time, of course, of greens and great nutrition. So once you get your leaves, I like to stack them up. That way it's easy to cut through, and you watch your finger when you're going through, because I like to go like this, make one and cut that way, then turn it around, and then keep your fingers jumbled up as you're going to make your rough chops. And once again, if you can't do that, do your hand on top to make your rough chops that way. And when you do greens, you don't want a huge leaf because you're going to put it on your nice fork, so don't make them too big. A couple inches is all you need for the width and diameter of it. So those are cuts on our chard. Alright, let's take this out of the oven. Our wonderful beans and rice have been cooking for about 8 minutes now. We're going to put a little more cheese on the top. So that's going to go another 10 minutes and we're ready to go. Alright, let's do our chard. We've got a nice hot pan here. You can spray it or add olive oil if you want. It's up to you. Put your chard in. Add a little bit of water, about 2 tablespoons of water to that. Then pepper all around. Some salt. If you want to put some garlic in here, you can, but salt and pepper is fine. Just move that around and let your chard wilt. Alright, here's our chard on medium heat. I'm going to get ready to turn that down. It's just wilted, just enough. And now we can turn it down. This has been cooking on a medium heat about 5 minutes. Love that color. Alright, here's our cakes out of the oven. Now I didn't really tell you beforehand how long. I would get these at least a total of 20 minutes altogether in the oven from start to finish. And our temperature, of course, could be 375. You could go up to 400, but I'd suggest 375 is a good temperature on these. Let them rest for a couple minutes. At least 3 minutes, let them rest, and it'll help hold it together. Also, what I didn't tell you is tomato sauce. Now, I have a little tomato sauce that I heated up. I like some marinara that I'm going to be using for this going on the plate. So I just heated up the marinara on the microwave for a couple minutes. Not even a couple minutes, maybe like a minute, because you don't want it super boiling, but marinara sauce will do, or any kind of tomato sauce that you have. Alright, we got the nice cake on the plate. You got to be careful when you take on the plate. It's going to move around a little bit, but this is like kind of decadent. I like the 3 layers of the soy cheese, and of course the white beans and the brown rice. So it's going to be a little unstable when you take it out, but just scoop right underneath and lay it on the plate. Don't worry if you make a mess. Make a mess, just reshape it a little bit, you know. Also, we have our nice Swiss chard on the side. Now make sure you drain your Swiss chard before you put it on the plate. I love that red color. We're doing red and red, of course, this time of year. And then, of course, we have our marinara tomato sauce, which I might, or you can heat it on the side if you want. So a little bit of a red sauce there. And that gives it a nice contrast to our mozzarella sauce. If you want a little chopped parsley on this, you can, or extra oregano. It's up to you. Just like I showed in the other dish before, but this is the vegan version of really, it's kind of decadent with the 2 layers of the soy cheese, and you have the great beans and the rice going together with the tomato sauce. Love the colors this time of year. So this cooks in the oven, like I said, a total of 20 minutes. Sauce goes great with that soy cheese and the white beans too. If you wanted to put a little garlic in there, you could. Also, if you want to put garlic in with your chard, you can. It's up to you. Love that chard. It's great with a nice red wine. Excellent. Enjoy.